In its efforts to promote transparency, youth participation, and a credible electoral process, the National Youth Parliament updates the media on the forthcoming National Youth Parliamentary elections, addresses public concerns, and shares critical timelines and procedures. This year's electoral process begins with a national announcement signaling the start of elections in the National Youth Parliament, followed by the issuance of nomination forms. These youth elections aim to contribute to the development of young people and the proper management of their welfare through active participation and involvement in decision-making and implementation of programs. The Clerk of the National Youth Parliament, Abdoulaye Oba, underscores the importance of this election.
This electoral journey, though unprecedented, speaks volume about who we are as a parliament and what we stand for as a generation, which is inclusion, transparency, accountability, and bold leadership. And to the Gambian youth, whether you are a candidate, a volunteer, an observer, or a voter in this process, is a reflection of your courage, your voice, and your dreams.
The nomination papers, which served as symbols of opportunity, hope, and belief in leadership, were distributed to the 7 regions of the country, with a total of 176 nomination forms. Of these, 149 forms were filled and duly submitted by aspiring candidates.
On the 149 forms submitted, 146 candidates were duly qualified and accepted to contest, while 3 candidates were disqualified for the following reason. One of the candidates was found to have submitted an identification document that did not belong to him or her, impersonating another individual bearing the same name. This constitutes a grave breach of ethics and was dealt with decisively. 2 other candidates were disqualified for failing to submit nomination letters and for fabricating key details, including phone numbers, which undermines the trust and credibility required for public leadership.
The chairman of the National Youth Parliament Elections Committee, Babu Kanyang, speaks on the statistics of the candidates.
Of the 146 qualified candidates, only 23 are female, while 123 are male. This yields a total participation rate of 85% male and 15% female. While we celebrate every nomination and the bravery it takes to step forward, we must confront the sobering reality that marks a serious regression for the National Youth Parliament.
Nyang calls on authorities to assist in motivating the participation of young women in leadership positions.
This sharp decline in female participation is not just disappointing, it is a call for action. It challenges us to dig deeper into the barriers that young women face in accessing political spaces. It compels us to reflect on how our systems supports networks and societal expectations may be failing them. We cannot and must not allow these backslides to define us as young people of this country. We urgently call on all stakeholders, civil society organizations, government agencies, educational institutions, traditional leaders, families, and development partners to rally together to invest meaningfully and intentionally in preparing and encouraging young women to pursue public leadership roles.
With a total of over 23,000 registered voters, the National Youth Parliament encourages all eligible voters to review the candidate list, engage in the electoral process, and support the candidate who best represents their aspirations. As a non-partisan, non-profit youth organization, the National Youth Parliament highlights its commitment to empowering young people and championing initiatives that enhance youth participation in decision-making processes. The forthcoming election stands as a testament to their ongoing efforts to foster democratic governance and youth leadership in the country. Reporting for the FAT Network, Mama A. Toure.